All right, all right, all right, all right. How's everybody doing? Wait a second, I don't need this. I don't know. I don't need two microphones. How's things going for everybody? It's nice to see a nice little crowd here before we jump in and get started. My name is Lan Turner, and I am the instructor down at Utah Tech University for the finance class. And we're going to learn how to do a little day trading today. I'm going to show you my settings. Then we're going to hope, cross our fingers, that we get a few nice moves in the market. And if we do, we'll take advantage of them. This is going to be in a demo account, so we're going to be practicing a little bit here. We may take some trades that we otherwise wouldn't if we were in a real money account, just so that we can keep things active and exciting, and so you can see how things work. More than anything, this is a tutorial lesson on how to trade this strategy, and I call it the scalp and trail. And you guys all saw the little marquee out front. I'll pull that up real quick because I always like to take a look at that before we get started, so that people know and understand what it is, the concept of what we're doing here. So today we're going to surf the wave. All right, we're going to surf the wave, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can't wait for a move to come in. We're going to kind of use some of our technical analysis tools and analytics, and we're going to see if we can't watch the market pick up a wave here in the last hour of the day. Usually, sometimes the power hour is pretty good. Sometimes you have to sit and play your little iPhone game for a whole hour and not trade. But that's up to you. You need to realize when it's time to trade and when it's not, and then when you're going to push the button and click it and when you're not. All right, we're going to take that risk to see if the market's going to create a big wave, and you're going to follow and carry that wave. Once you decide that that wave's coming in by looking at your technical analysis, news, if you want to watch the news, whatever it is that you decide that you're going to make you decide that now's the time to get in, and I'm going to show you some setups and triggers, and I'm going to show you the triggers I like. Then that's your responsibility to push that little button. But once you push the button, then the computer just trades it all by itself. All right. So mostly what we do when we day trade, and I've talked about this a bunch of times in times past, mostly what we do when we day trade is we play our little iPhone games. All right. And that's an important part of day trading, because you need to stay kind of focused on the markets, but not so much that it drives you crazy watching every little tiny tick up and down when there's nothing happening. So what you do is you sit here and you play your little iPhone game so that you're kind of distracted, so that when you can just kind of keep one eye on the market, and then when it starts to move and starts to do something for one reason or another, whether it's a news event or whether it's something you're not aware of, which you're not going to be aware of most of the time, and the market starts to make smooth, beautiful waves and trends, that's when you want to click the button and say, all right, I'm ready to trade. And you want to wait for the perfect little setup, and I'll show you what those are. And then you click and let the market trail up and take your money off the table, and away you go. And then you can decide if it's going to continue making those nice waves. If it is, you click it again. It's just like the ocean, all right? The market's like the ocean. Sometimes you go out to the ocean and you just paddle around and there's nothing to do because there's no waves coming in. And then sometimes you go out to the ocean and, man, there's big, beautiful waves, and you can surf all day long and have all kinds of fun. And those are the markets we love, right? But sometimes you go out to the ocean and what happens? Well, there's a storm coming in and you try to get on a wave, and it smacks you up against the rocks. Well, that happens in the financial markets too. So you got to be careful, and we don't want to be smacked up against the rocks. So, and not every day is a great surfing day. That's the one problem most traders, new traders in particular, don't understand, is that not every day is a great trading day. I mean, some days you don't do anything. Some days you get smashed against the rocks. Hopefully you find enough good waves in there that you can have some good fun, and those good days pay for the bad days. All right. So that's what we're doing. And this is the more important part than trading. Like I said, trading is easy. All you do is when it's time to trade, you click a button and the computer does everything else. It trades for you. It gets you in, it gets you out, it trails your stop, it watches the indicators. It does everything. All you have to do is just say, oh, I think right now that's a great wave. Boom. You click the button and that's it. That's all you have to do. All right. Of course, you need the right tools to make that happen. And the software I use to do that is called Track and Trade. And of course, we're going to do this in the futures market. All right. The reason we're going to do it in the futures market is because if you do it over in the stock market, it's not as easy. The stock market is so hard to day trade. All right. Because they have all kinds of weird rules, and it takes a lot of money. You have to have a big account to make a small amount of money. And so it's just a real pain in the hiney to do this type of scalp and trail trading in the stock market. Not that you can't. You can certainly work around all those rules. And if you got $35,000 or $30,000, so you're not nailed by that pattern day trading rules. You got to have a big account over there, or else they nail you to the wall and close your account for 90 days. Freeze you out of the market if you keep day trading when you got a small account. All right. So over here in the futures market, this is out of Chicago. Remember, we have New York and we have Chicago. New York's got big exchanges too, just like Chicago's got big exchanges too, just like New York. And so we trade different things. Now, we can trade the indexes over in Chicago. We can't trade individual stocks. We can't trade Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. All right, we can't trade all those individual stocks over in Chicago, but we can trade the indexes. And we can trade gold and silver and cattle and cows and all kinds of fun things. But I like to day trade when I'm doing the scalp and trail stuff. I like to trade the indexes. So that's what I kind of focus on in these classes, just to kind of give you a place to go to start and get your feet wet and to learn how to do this. Okay. So we're going to be looking right now. This is the NASDAQ. And this is what most people see when they look at a chart. They see this type of a chart, and this is hard to trade, admittedly so. This is a really hard chart to trade. And that's why a lot of people fail when they come in and try to do some day trading. So we're going to make it a little simpler. I'm going to put on some cheat codes for you. Again, this is the NASDAQ 100 out of the Chicago exchanges. Now you got to have the right software. Here you go. I'm going to show you where I get my software, the right software to do this.
Okay, this is the software I use. It's called Track and Trade. They've got two versions, one for stocks, one for futures. This is the website, track, the letter N, trade.com. This is where you download a free 2-week trial. No credit card required. Okay, go download your copy, then come back here, follow along, and I'll show you all my settings.
All right. Well, that didn't work. It looks like we're having problems with, I don't know if it's the internet or with our software that's trying. I don't even know if you can hear me. I'm just assuming you can. I'm going to see. We got some comments up here. Kirk, can you hear me? Is everything coming through okay? Did that ad come through for the software? The audio? I'm having problems on my end. It shows that we're having some audio problems. Software update this morning. What software? Audio is good. John says everything's good. All right. I did you hear? I don't know. It just seems on my side, I got this, I have to use this software called StreamYard, and that's what streams to YouTube. And it's always, it's so tender. I mean, you have to like treat it like a little girlfriend. Oh, I'm so sorry. I said a bad word to you. Oh, okay. Because if you just do the wrong thing, it freaks out. So I got to be, it's so tender. All right. Kirk says he got an update to the software last night. Well, I'm not having any problems with Track and Trade. Track and Trade's working like a charm for me. I don't know if you're having a problem with Track and Trade, but Track and Trade seems fine. What I'm having a problem with is StreamYard. So I don't know if that came through. Anyway, let me show you this just to make sure so you know where the software is.
Okay, this is the software I use. It's called Track and Trade. They've got two versions, one for...
Yeah, no, see, I don't know. That's not working. I don't know. I'm using Track and Trade. All right, trackandtrade.com. That's where we get the software. It's the futures version. I don't know if you guys saw that. But anyway, let's see if we can't make this work. All right, we're going to come in and trade. The first thing I want to do is this is the setup that I like to use. And you can see over here, I've got a portfolio of all my indexes. And I got lots of portfolios in here in case I want to do the grains or the beans, beano and bread, call it funny things. And then we got Bitcoin, pigs and cows. I got all kinds of fun things in here. Mostly I've got different setups for different indexes, right? Different types of indexes that I want to trade, because I like to trade multiple indexes at the same time, all that stuff. But we're not going to get all that fancy and crazy today. We're just going to trade one. We're going to trade the NASDAQ 100. Now, I've got in here two NASDAQs. I've got the NASDAQ 100 Micro and I got the NASDAQ 100 Mini. Those are two birds of the same feather, all right? One's just smaller than the other. So if you're going to do day trading and you want to kind of stay in for a longer period of time, you can do the Micro, and it's just tiny and it's easy for brand new traders to get started on. I like to do scalp and trail. So we're only going to be in for, a few minutes. So we want to be able to make enough money to make it worth our while to be in there for a few minutes. We're only got an hour to trade. Now, when you day trade, I'm going to say this too. You can't just say, well, I got 1 hour to trade and I'm going to come in and I'm going to make my $500 and I'm going to leave, because it doesn't really work like that. It's like, I got to be to work in 30 minutes. So I'm going to sit here and make my money in day trading. And you're going to sit there and you're going to kind of force trades. And the worst thing you can do as a day trader is force trades. All right, you're going to say, it's the first it's the first thing I see in there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take it, and it's even though it's a bad trade, you end up losing money instead. So then you go to work and you're mad at everybody, and you kick the trash can, and you do all kinds of things at work that you otherwise wouldn't have done because you just lost $300 in the market because you were forcing trades. Last thing we want you to do is force trades. We just want you to gently get into the markets when they're kind of making those waves like we talked about before. But we've got two sizes here. We got the micro and we got the mini, and we're going to trade the mini. I'm going to show you the micro though. And this is the 1 minute chart on a NASDAQ 100. Okay, it's the NASDAQ 100. So we're trading the NASDAQ in the futures market. It's an index. All right. So we can trade that over here in Chicago, and we like it because it moves. All right, this is the 1 minute chart. It's not moving very much right now. You see, this is kind of an ugly. This was ugly right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in. I'm going to turn on one of my favorite codes in here. It's called a cheat code. I call it a cheat code. It's called Fibonacci. So I've turned on Fibonacci bars, and for me, this really makes it a lot easier to trade. It allows me to see the waves a lot easier. All right, so there's a big, beautiful wave. Now, what we're looking for when we look for these waves is we're looking for these flat bottoms. See the flat bottoms in here? See, we like all the flat bottoms on these bars, and when you're getting flat bottoms, that's where you make all your money. That's a beautiful wave. All right, here's a little wave coming in right here. Now, that's kind of a hard one to trade. Probably wouldn't have made you much money, if any at all. But it's a little down wave. So what we're seeing here is that this is an uptrend, right? Higher highs and higher lows, lots of green. It's in an uptrend. The problem with this is, see all these little bottoming tails in here? I hate bottoming tails like that, like this, all these little bottoming tails. And then we got a whole bunch of little bottoming tails in there. That's a sign to stay out of this market. All right. You can start getting bottoming tails. You just, those are not good waves. They're going to slam me against the rocks. All right. So you don't want that stuff. Okay. And this kind of stuff is scary too. What the heck happened there? Probably some sort of a news event or an earnings came in or something. But here's a pretty good little wave. Had one little rock right there that it smashed you against. All right. So we get into this and we can make money on the market. It's when the markets go down too, right? That's called shorting the market. In the futures market, it's easy. You don't have to borrow shares or nothing. They just let you do it. All right. All you have to do is just be right in the direction. If you think the market's going to go down, you sell first. If you think it's going to go up, you buy first. And the way you offset it is just the opposite. If you sell first and the market goes down, then you buy at the bottom and you make money. Sell first, buy back lower second. The only way you make money is to buy low, sell high. But if you think the market's going to fall, you can sell high first and buy back low later. I know it's hard to think. Why are they going to let me sell something that I don't even own? Don't worry about it. They let you do it. All right. You just have to be right in the direction. So what we use is we use these little tools in here. And I want you to do this in the demo account. And I mean, obviously, it does make a difference. And you do need to know why they let you do it. But it's beyond the scope of this class. And I can't teach that to you, all at once. We got to take a little bites at a time. So we got to come in here. And this is just a nice little trend line. And just think about these little green lines as a natural mathematical trend line. And all we're going to do is we're going to trade the trend. We're just trend traders. All right. Trend traders. So that little green lot right there is just a trend. That's all it is. And then we got another trend coming down this side. All right. So we got another trend. Now, the problem is that we got that rock right there. That stupid little rock right there, and hit us against a rock. It might have taken us out of the market. I don't know if it would have. Probably would have. And then, that's why it did it. It's all those trailing stops, and it came up and grabbed them. And then it went down and it made a nice, beautiful trend. So all we're going to do is we're just going to trade on the cross of the trend line. Now, you could turn on little arrows so it shows you when it's going to flip or when it flipped. I mean, if you need the arrows to see when it flipped, but you don't really need them, but we can display them. We'll come in here and say display. Now you can see the little arrows. These are little buy sell arrows. Okay. That's where we're going to get into the market. Now it doesn't mean you can't get in here too, because first green candle to make a new high, that's oftentimes a good place to get in. So you get a little red bar. So you get a little 3-4 bar pattern like this, a little 2-bar pattern, and then a first green candle, and away you go. Those we look for too. That's a beautiful little pattern. And you're going to find those over in, oh my goodness sakes, where has it gone? I'm gonna have to pull it up. It's right here. Okay, let's bring this up because I'm going to show you in the Fibonacci book, Land's Fibonacci book. Of course, I have a book. It's out on Amazon. Go buy it, Land H. Turner. And this is, oh, come on, Windows. Don't do that to me. Don't do this to me. I hate Windows sometimes. It doesn't. You gotta kiss it, stroke it like it's a little kitty. Oh, come on, Windows, do what I want. All right, so this is the pattern. All right, so this is what we're looking for. We're looking for these little ABC patterns, and I got some ABC patterns in here. I got all kinds of patterns. All right, so this is what we're looking at in here, these little ABC patterns. This is what we're looking at on the way up. See this little up, little sideways, and then back up again? That's called a bullish pennant. And that's what we're seeing right here. That's this little bullish pennant right here. See that? So when it goes up, we get 3 bars, and then back, we get a couple little red bars. The first green candle, you can get in right there. You don't have to wait for the arrow. You can get in on the arrow if you want to, but then if you get knocked out, if it comes back down or you get out, you take a profit or whatever, you can always get back in. So we don't have to just trade the arrows. That's the point. So if you don't want to turn the arrows on, you don't have to, but you can turn them on if you want to. All right. So that's how you do it. You come over here into the ATR and you just say buy, sell, arrows displayed. Just like that. Now you can see my ATR factor. That's the little green dots in here. And those are our mathematically calculated trend line. Very simple, very easy. But look at this. This is terrible trend. That's a terrible trend. You don't want to trade that. Why not, land? Well, because look at all the little bottoming tails. Look at all the bottoming tails. Bottoming tails. Got a few little bars and a whole bunch of bottoming tails. Bottoming tails. Look at that nasty bar. Then we get a nice little run there and you think, oh, things are going to start to straighten out. Then it turns and comes back down. Get some nasty tails in here. And then that's where it turned and started to go. Do you know what's going to go? No, you don't know until after. So you have to kind of take some risks on some of these things. And that's the whole thing. The whole idea is to cut your losers short, let your winners run. And I like to wait till the market seems to be making some nice little trends in the first place, has some nice waves coming in, and then I want to try and catch one of those waves. But if the waves are choppy, if it's a choppy day, look at this. Look how terrible. Look at the terrible trends in here. This is just awful, right? I mean, who wants to trade that? You can't trade that. There's too many topping tails. It's all knocking you all over the place. It's a rough seas. These are rough oceans right in here. So we're looking for some smooth oceans. Maybe this is one right here. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a nice little run and this thing will take off and go to the moon. I don't know. It's coming back right now. It's coming testing our little green dot, which is our natural trend line, right? So it looks like it wants to come down and break that natural trend line again. Who knows? Nobody knows. That's why you put your order in there and see if it's going to go. Kind of wait and see. You can wait for that first green candle to make a new high. See, it's rallying. We can wait and see if it makes a green candle now to make a new high, and then we'll get on that one. You don't have to get in on the arrow. The arrows are choppy, so sit aside. Wait till you get that next little opportunity, like right down in here, like this. It's choppy, choppy, choppy. You don't know if it's going to roll, pull, and then it makes this little pattern here, and then you're like, oh, I missed it down here. I'm going to get in right there. And then you ride it back up for a little bit of money. Okay, how much money is this, land? Well, let me just draw you a little calculator in here. From this little entry point to this little exit point right here, that's $910. That's why you can wait all day long for one trade, because you make so much money. Well, how much money did I have to make that $910? Probably had to have $50,000 in there to make that $910. And how much time was that? Well, these are 1-minute charts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 minutes. So you make $900 in 17 minutes. Yes, but I probably had to have $50,000 to make that. No, you didn't. You're in the futures market. You're a stock trader. You thinking like those old guys over there in the stock market. We don't think like that over here. Over here in the futures market, look at this. This is called the key. You can come up here and it'll tell you how much money you need to have in your account to trade that $910. Well, day margin, $1,991. $2,000. So that's 100%, basically 100% run right there. Well, 50%. 50% run. It went up 50%, right? Yeah, almost 50% in 15 minutes. All right, now we're playing. All right, we're playing with fire. Yeah, you bet we're playing with fire. You know why? Because if you did one of these things where you're like, oh, well, I was wrong. I'm just going to sit in here and wait for it to turn around and come back. Well, you would have to sit here and wait, and it might go down $1,700 before it turns around and comes back. And then you're going to be like, I can't sit $1,700. You're going to pull it off, right? And you're going to lose $1,700. So we just don't let it do that in the first place. Don't ever do that. Don't say, oh, well, it's not going up and I got in and now I'm losing a little bit of money, so I'm just going to hang on to it till it turns around and comes back up. No way. Don't ever do that. All right. That'll kill you. So what we got is we got just a little bit of a risk, the distance between where we get in, where we get out, and where we're going to put that stop, because that's a big enough risk anyway. From that green dot to that green dot, that's $250. Oh, lad, that's too much money for me. I can't risk $250 on a trade. You're probably right. If that's the case, then we're going to go to a different chart. Let's go down to something smaller. We can come down here to a smaller time frame, like maybe a range bar 8 or a range bar 12. These are different kinds of charts. They're not minute charts. They're a lot smaller, and so the risk is smaller, and they kind of move a little bit cleaner sometimes. Nothing's ever cleaner all the time. Nothing's ever perfect every time. We can bring that little dot in there a little bit closer. I'm bringing it down to ATR period 1 and a stop factor of 0.6. This is where our stop's at. This is where we're going to put our little stop. I got it set at 0.6. That's really close. And that's where I like it if the markets are moving and trending. If they're not, I don't. Now, the distance between this green dot and that green dot went from $240 down to $45. That's a big difference. All right. But our pattern also went down. So we don't make as much money. So from there to there is $200, not $900. All right. So you're not risking nearly as much money because we went down to a smaller chart. Same market, NASDAQ 100 mini, but it's on a smaller chart. So we're going to catch smaller moves. And smaller moves, man, they come along a little bit more often, but they're smaller moves. So we still have to all we're going to do is we're going to get in on the green bar and we're going to ride that green bar all the way up until it crosses the green dots, which is right there. And that's where we're going to get out. And we hope that green wave goes a long ways because the longer it goes, the more money we make. Okay. That's all there is to it. We have to keep it simple. All right. So if we think the market's going to go down, we can do it on the way down. If we think the market's going to go up, we can do it on the way up. So now we're going to come over here and show you, now that we got a chart that we think we might want to trade, range bar 12, we can come down to a different one too. We can come in here and I can right click and turn on range bar 6, go even smaller. All right. I got to turn on the Fibonacci's up here. Fibonacci is the cheat codes. Okay. So look at that. Now look at how big now the market moves a lot faster down here on range 6, but your risk is between where the green dots are, the green dots to the green dots. Now it's only $35-40. Okay, that's not nearly as bad. And this is the mini, so we could go down to the micro, which is even tinier if you want to, and it's 10 times smaller. So $35 would be $3.50. So if you want to go down to the micros and trade the micros, but it's really hard to day trade on the micros scalp on the micros. You want to do more of a longer term trade on the micros, maybe a 1 minute, 2 minute charts to try and trade the micros so they go a longer distance to make more money, make it worth the while, right? But this is the mini, and so it's a big mover. All right, it's a big mover. So I'm going to come in and we're going to look at the range bar 12 right now. It seems like it's moving pretty good on range bar 12. Now I'm going to show you the settings. Now remember, I told you all you have to do is decide when you're going to take the wave. All you have to do is click the button and the computer does the rest. Now, here's what I've done is I've programmed in here. In Track and Trade, you have the ability to program in the buttons that you want it to do. So I've come in here. I've got Scalp Market 1 and Scalp Market 2. So this is the buy and this is the sell. I'm going to show you the settings. Scalp 1. This is very simple. Just come in here. All you're going to do is when you think it's time to get on a wave, you push the button and it's going to go Scalp Market Buy. So it's going to buy. It's going to attach the stop at 25 points back. It's going to put a limit out there at 10 points. And then it's going to just go up and touch that limit, take that profit off. That's it. Now we can control that limit once it's on. If we can put on 2 of them, we can leave one at 10 and we can drag the other one up to as high as we want and then make more money on the trailing side. All right. So we have 2 trailing stops. We'll take one profit off and let the other one trail. That's the scalp and trail strategy. So this is the settings right here, ATR day. It's really a simple little setting right here. All right. So you can see it's 25. This is just the label up here. So you can put that in there so you know what you're doing, what you're picking. All right. So you come in here, you say, okay. Look, if we'd have done it right there, we'd be up big, big money. All right. So we're going to come over here and I'm going to show you the second one. This is scalp 2. This is the sell side. So if the market is going down, well, then you'd hit this one. So again, all you have to do is decide when you want it to happen and go ahead, snap your little picture. All right. Use your phone. All right. So now what we're going to do is all we have to do is decide when we want to make that happen. Now, if this goes green, first green candle, I'm going to hit it again. So watch that. But we're in a downtrend, technically speaking, right? We're getting lots more reds than greens, small greens, big reds, small greens, big reds. But this looks like it might be turning around, trying to go. It's getting choppy, 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 choppy. That's oftentimes the counter trend. Counter trends are choppy. And then the trend itself is smooth, 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 choppy, 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 smooth, smooth, smooth. So here we go. We're going, it looks like it wants to go up. We're going to hit the little buy button. Oh, that was bad. We were wrong. Got us right out just like that though, right? Oh, now maybe it's going down. We can go ahead and if we think it's going to continue down, we can click it again. Again, all we have to do is do it once. We can click it again a second time. Oh, we just got nailed to the upside. See this? Now that's twice in a row that the wave didn't go with us. I should have waited, right? Waited till this little trigger. Let's come in here and get the little trigger. It's green, green. Let's try it. One more time. I'm going to come turn the ATR on. So we got the arrows displayed. So we got an arrow finally. Oh, see, we just got choppy, choppy, choppy. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Try again. You want to try again? Try it again. All right. Is it going to go this time? I put 2 of them on, so now I can grab one of these limits I'll show you and drag it up higher. So I got one on close. That's called the scalp. This is the trail. So if the market will go and give us another nice little move like this, but if it doesn't, if you just sit here and go back and forth, back and look, we're down $165. We're just sitting here churning because the market's not moving. That's why what I would really do if I was with real money is I'd pull out my phone and start playing my game because the market's dead. It's not doing anything. I can't trade. But I got to trade for you guys because if I don't, I mean, what's the point of coming in here and watching if I'm not trading? So yeah, we'll lose some money. That's okay, but we'll try and make some money back. We'll see how we're doing. All right, no, we got nailed. Market's dead. So we should be playing our game right now. We'll just sit and play our game, and that's no fun for you if I just sit here and play my game. What's that going to teach you? Is it going to teach you when not to trade? That's what it's going to teach you. But it's boring, so I ain't going to do that. So what do we got to do? We got to trade. We got to do some stuff. Let's go look at a different market. All right, let's go see if we can find something else that's moving. Well, there it's going, trying to move. It's trying to move. It's trying to move. It's not moving. We have to wait. Now what we'd have to do is we have to wait for it to move first. All right, don't try and catch every little breakout. When it's doing this, when it's dead like this, and it's just, it's just dead. It's in a little box. Don't trade every little breakout because you got to wait for it to start to move first. So you get your arrow, it'll go up, make 3, 4 nice bars, and then it'll give us those 2 little bars back. The first green candle, that's where we'll take our next trade. But when we're not going to try and take a breakout of just a sideways channel like this. It'll just kill you. It'll just wipe your account out. So we got to wait for it to start moving first and decide which direction it's going to go. So in the meantime, we can come over and look at a different market. Let's go look at the Dow. But these are all the indexes. They generally trade very similar. Dow's a little bit smaller too. So if you do lose some money, it's a lot smaller market, and it's still a micro, or it's still a mini. It's not a micro. So we can see we got a nice little, let's come in here and turn on our arrows. Let's display those. Let's save that update so we get all the arrows. Don't have to turn it on every time. Okay, come over to our trading window. You see, it's kind of dead. You see, it's just kind of a flat market. I squeeze it down because if you go like this, it gives you a false sense. Oh my gosh, this market's moving a lot. No, it's not. It's just scaling. It's not moving anywhere. It's dead. You can see it's completely dead. This market's just going like almost nothing. It's really hard to trade this because it's just not going anywhere. So you just, there's no waves coming in. It's like the ocean. There's no waves coming in. A little bit of waves coming in right now. If we'd have taken that one, we'd be up some money, but I didn't take it in time. I didn't switch to this chart in time. So what do? Well, we pull out our game and we start playing our game again because you just got to wait for the right setup. Got to wait for the right setup. There's no setup right now we missed that one. So, and the Dow's a lot smaller. We lost $270 just goofing off over there on the Qs. This is a range bar 6. Let's go NASDAQ. That's a range bar 25. Look at all those hairy tops and hairy bottoms. You don't like hairy tops and hairy bottoms. That's the worst market in the world to trade right there. Don't trade that. All right, range 6. This is on the NASDAQ, range 6. Let's go down to the Russell. This is the daily chart on the Russell. Russell's another little small one. This is the smallest of them all, and still in the mini market without going over to the micro. So you can see it's been dead all day too. Look, it's just gone flat sideways all afternoon, all through here. It's not done anything. It's not made any money. It's making a little move right here. How much money would that have been? From here, if we'd got in on that arrow, we'd still be in. That'd be up $185. That's not bad. What's the key say? Key says day margin. You'd only have to have $612 to trade the Russell. This is a nice little market. Some of the guys that trade with us, they call this the cousin Russell because he's kind of weird, kind of does different things, and he's smaller than all the rest. So he's little cousin Russell. You can come and trade little cousin Russell. It's a nice little move on little cousin Russell right there. NASDAQ. Oh, that's a nice move. Oh, it's starting to move. This is going in. It looks like a little counter trend to me. Let's try and catch that. See if that's not going to go one more time down. We'll grab one more. Oh, we got stopped out again. Doggone it. Let's try this. I don't like the upside on this because the market's showing red down. Let's try it. Come on, buddy. Give me a down. Give me something here. Nothing. Nothing. Land, does it ever move? It does. Come back and look in the history. Sometimes the market moves so beautifully. Look at this. Some of these markets really beautiful moves back here. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This was this afternoon. We got just some beautiful waves coming in. Look at these beautiful waves. You just have to wait for them, you know. Not always, though. The markets aren't always waving and making lots of money. Sometimes they're just real quiet. This is 1 o'clock p.m. So this is some more little waves in here. Look at some of these beautiful waves. If you can catch some of these little waves, that's where you make all your money. The problem is you get these little flat things where there's no waves, no ocean waves. You sit there and try and take those all the time. That's why I kind of like to wait for the market to move and then get that little pullback. Sometimes it makes such a beautiful wave, doesn't give you a little pullback. So it's just trying to catch a nice wave. And once you catch a nice wave, you can usually make a little bit of money. Enough to pay you back. That's the thing. That's the nice thing. As long as you don't, dig yourself into a big deep hole, then the winners will pay for the losers. You just have to catch one that's rocking and rolling. There it goes. There it goes. Give us a little red bar and we'll try it again. Give them a little red bar back. A couple little red bars. This is range bar 6, so it's real tight, real slow, or real small. Let's go down to this is range bar 12. Let's go to range bar 8. Do we have an 8 in here? We do. 6 is a little too fast. Still NASDAQ. Oh, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Better waves. Go to a different beach. All right, we're on a different beach. All right, let's watch this and see what happens. Now, if you got a nice fast computer and a nice fast internet, this is a real smooth. If you got slow internet and you got a slow computer, or if you got too many charts open, we got a lot of charts open, and I've got all this, this StreamYard stuff going. It makes a little choppy. But if you got a fast computer and you got fast internet, and you've only got a few charts open, these are nice, smooth. They don't jump all over the place. All right. Should we take the short side here? We'll try it. Let's see. We'll grab it. It looks like to me I'd rather wait for it to turn around and go long again, though. But we'll try this. Let's see if it wants to fall. Okay, we got 2 of them in there. Let's see if we can't get one winner. Land. Nope, I can't do it. Okay, let's try the long side. Oh, a little early on this one. That's okay. There's the dot still to the downside. Oh, that was a rock. So watch us get a nice big long red downtrend. I'll be pissed off. Yep. We got so the market threw us against a rock. So what happens? We got a nice little trend. We got a little 2, and then here goes the next leg. We were just trying to go up. Huh? I thought we'd go up, and I thought we'd go down, and then we'd go up again like that. Oh my goodness! Look at it go. That would have paid back all of our losers right there. 2 contracts down. This would have been up. We'd have been up. Well, not quite. Been up 150. It'd been $300. It'd taken a nice little dent out of it. This is a big market too. I always start out on the biggest market. I should start out on a smaller market, build up a little cushion, and then we can come over and play the big market. There we go. Okay, we're getting a second run at it. Let's see if it'll just keep on coming. Come on down, buddy. Give us a little, not even one. Not even one. It won't even give us one win. Okay, what's it doing now? Just trade the arrows, Land. Just trade the arrows. Not all the arrows are perfect. Just trade the arrows, Land. I have a thing I have to show you just for funnies. Okay, we're gonna come over here to the slides. I've got one in here called one of the strategies. It's a setup in here. It's called just trade the arrows, Land. Because I do this all the time, and people are just like, just trade the arrows, Land. And I always tell people, that's for you. If you just want to trade the arrows, you trade the arrows. That's what they're there for. Just trade the arrows. I go, it's actually a strategy in here. Oh, look at this strategy. This is called Three's Company strategy. We can build that one. We got the cat's meow. We got the intercept. We do all of these. I'm just going to show you the very simplest market order one. Look at all this, the king tut. We got the Balaam's ladder. Look at all these different strategies we can program into the computer. We got the profit box. We got all kinds of fun stuff. Where's the just trade the arrows line? We got all these little triangles and wedges and patterns and things that we show you. Come on. Oh, look, we got the little football player. This is the Fibonacci intercept. We got the decision point trading. We had an article in Pit News Magazine. We're making some big changes to Pit News Magazine. I don't know where it's at. It's in here somewhere. It just says, trade the arrows, land. Just trade the arrows. Just trade the arrows. I wanted to find it for you. It's in the supplemental here somewhere. Just to be funny. But that's what it's a strategy called just trade the arrows, and this is what you do. But instead, I like to overtrade. I have a tendency to pull the trigger too much. That's why I have to play my game. You'll notice on my game, if I pull it up, my game, where is my game? What game am I on? Let's just wait for the market to move. It's not moving right now. There it goes. Now we're getting some movement out of there. Now let's see if it'll pull back a little bit, give us a little bit of... I'm on game 192, so you can see how much I just sit here and play this game while I day trade. I'm on game number 192. Played that thing 192 times. All right, here we go. Green to green. Okay, let's try it. Let's see if we're going to get a second leg out of here. Yeah, we did. We got one. One winner. Okay, let's bring this up here. Let's drag one more in there, see if we can get another scalp. One little winner. We got stopped out. Come on. Catch a nice big long wave, will you? We need a good one for an example. Nice, good, long example. See, that'll just take 10 ticks, which is $50. That's not even going to do that for us. You rotten dog. Should we take the arrow? No. Maybe. All right, take the arrow. Why did that happen? How come that didn't? Oh, it took our profits. So that was a profitable move. Oh, we got one. We caught one. It's like catching a fish. Ah! Are you guys having any luck with this lousy market? It ain't going nowhere. I think we got our the spread is too wide, I think, for this market. And I think we got our little stop too close. Let's change this up. We're going to have to go for this market. Let's go all the way out to 1 and 1. Because I think what's happening is we're getting stopped out when we don't need to be getting stopped out. Of course, you take a bigger risk. You also lose more money if it doesn't go, and it's not moving. Look at this dead market. It does this one little thing, makes you think you got a nice mover market, and then it dies. There's lots of choppies. Look at this little choppy. Come on, market. Let's see if we can just, no. Let's try it this way. Well, we got one. Didn't give me a chance. Now it's going, caught that one so fast it didn't give me a chance to. Oh, come on. You got to grab that little triangle and you move it up. Come on. There we go. Now we're going to catch a good runner. There we go. Now what we do is we got a second one. Now we can scalp again. Now we can scalp again. We got a trailer. We got a good one running. So we can scalp again. Come on, keep going. Now I got my stop pulled quite a ways back. Every time it clicks one off, I add another one in. So it just goes $50, $50, $50. There we go. Scalped another one. Finally caught a good run. Scalped another one. Okay, keep going, buddy. Keep going. Keep us going. Keep us happy. Keep us going on this nice trend. There we go. We got another one. Come on. I'm worried it's going to turn around now. Yeah, here it comes. Oh, we finally got one. We finally caught a wave. How much did we make on that? One wave, closed positions. See that? We made 50, 65. We made 50, we lost 35. We went 50, 65, 57, 72, 65, 85, 60. And then that last one we hit, lost 20 bucks on it. See how that works, though? That's how it works. If you can catch a nice market that's making nice waves. You can catch nice wavy markets. It works like a charm. But the markets, if the market's dead, then you get your hiney handed to you. Oh, look, we stopped right here. We should have kept going. What a nice move. Nice ABC pattern. We can tighten it. It's starting to move. Let's bring this down a little bit more, I think. Bring it down too far. The spread is what's killing us. Okay, let's try it. Range bar 8 NASDAQ. Okay, let's see what happens here. All right, red, red, red. Is it going to keep moving or is it going to die? It's going to come flushing back down. Let's try and take it. Let's see if it's going to flush again. We'll put our trailer in there. We got our, okay, here's our trailer. There's our scalper. Okay, so as soon as it hits the scalp, if it's going to trend, come on, don't die on us. I got my stop quite a ways back there. As soon as it hits the scalper, profit, we add another one. Come on. Flush like a toilet. There we go. Okay, add another one. Come on, let's see if we can get another scalp out of this thing. We got one scalp and one trail. Just needs to keep coming down. There we go. We got a second scalp. Now there's another one. Come on, go. One more. We got another one. All right, come on. Let's keep her going, baby. Let's keep her going. Nice waves. Oh, got stopped out. What do we make on that one? Okay, now we went on that one. We went, so that was the last one. Then we went 55, 80, 95. Oh, and then the last two. See, we got that stop back there so far at the end. We just ended up giving back too much. Wave. These are starting to get some nice waves. Get out of the way. How do we get this out of the way? Come on, you stupid thing. Windows. I hate Windows sometimes. Okay, we're going to come to our ATR. Maybe we're going to tighten this down one more. Put it on 8. All right, let's see if we can't. Come on, baby. Oh, it's going to come back and stop us out again. Come on, don't do that. Go up, go up, go up. There we go. Now what? It's choppy, choppy, choppy again. Wait. Too choppy, too choppy. Where'd our indicator go? Chart overlay, add window. We want RSI. Let's look at RSI. It's dead. It's in the center. Okay. So RSI is trying to climb up into the upper region. That would mean that we could look for this to fall again. Problem is, this is our DMI, which is falling way down into the DOT trade zone. Flushing, it's flushing. Let's try it. Here we go. Let's put a second one in there so we can get a scalp and a trail. Okay, come on. There we go. Let's add another one. Scalp some more. Scalp another one. There we go. Scalp another one. Come on. Give me another 50 bucks. 50 bucks. There we go. There's do another one. Come on, baby. Nope, that's it. That's as far as it wants to go. Now it's going to come back and stop us out. Come on, you can do it. Drop one more time. Come on. Nope. It says, I'm going green. I'm going green. That's it. All right. Well, did that make us any money? Let's look and see. Don't count your money sitting at the table. What's that song? 15-minute bell. So we got 50, 67. Now then we hit that $80 one that took all of our profits away. All right. trying to get back. We were down 800. Now we're only down 500. So market started to move for us. We can make some money. Oh, there we go. Green, 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 green. I think we're going to try that. Market's starting to die, though. We're coming into the 15-minute bell. We only got 15 minutes till the market's going to close. I don't think we got a lot of people trading right now. That was dead. That little ABC pattern didn't move through for us, did it? Let's see. Oh, Kirk saying, let's see. 1 minute charts are jumpy. How about a 3 minute? I'm not using 1 minute charts. I'm using range 8s, Mark Peterson. So I'm not using 1 minute charts. Mark says start short NQ mini since 215 up 700, 3 minutes chart. Not exciting, but profitable. Yeah, day trading. We're doing a little scalping here. We're not doing the day trading stuff, but I think that's a great strategy, Mark. If you want to spend some time doing a little day trading. Did you start that on what time frame? Did you do a 2 minute, 3 minute, 3 minute bar? That's nice, beautiful. This is the scalp and trail strategy. It's not the day trade strategy. Day trade strategy, what Mark's doing is a really good idea, guys. You can do that too. Get on the micros and then go down to, he's got 3 minute chart. And then you just look for the longer term trade and you can stay in there for a lot longer time. This is scalping. This is high octane. You got to have good moving markets to do this. You can't sit and have all these little dilly-dally markets. Give me just a minute on this one, Mark, and we'll go take a look at that other one. We'll go take a look at a 3 minute chart. You're on which one? NQ? We just got stopped out again. All right, let's go look at Mark's setup. We're going to go NQ, and we're going to go into 3 minutes. I got 5 minutes. Let's go set that up so we can be 3 minutes. Right click, come in here, NQ, tab. Let's go 3 minutes. Mark's on 3 minutes. I like 2 minutes. Mark likes 3 minutes. So we'll come in here and we'll go down to the 3 minute chart. Oh, this is the mini still. Let's go do that on the micro where a little bit longer time frame. We're going to use a different, if we're going to do that, Mark, where do you put your stop? Do you do it manually and just move it behind areas of support and resistance? Because we can do that. Or we can come in here. Let's go to the 3 minute on the micro. I like Mark saying. They hit Hike and Ashy. Come in here. All right. So this is day trading. It's not scalp and trail. Okay, you're not scalping here. This is from here to here. That's 3, 6, 9, 12. It's like an hour, right? This is like 2 hours. So you got to keep that in mind, right? You're not scalping and trailing here. You're just doing a day trade, just a simple day trade. Now, the problem with this, see, when we're using the little ATR, which is what I like, if you have a choppy market like this, you're going to get stopped out here. You're going to get stopped out here. You're going to get stopped out here. And you're trying to go for that long run. So because of that, you have to be careful. And there's another tool you can use that's less aggressive. So I like to do 2 tools. This is where I do back over to our little cat's meow over here. I'll show you. So when Mark's doing this strategy, this is how I like to trade what Mark's doing. I like to come in here. It's not as exciting for a YouTube channel because you just kind of sit there for 3 hours, like Mark said, and you're not doing anything. So I like the cat's meow. See the cat's meow? What we do is we have multiple little dots here, and these little dots are our stops. And so you get in with like 3 contracts and put your stops on each one of the dots. So then the market, if it stops you out on one, you still got 2 going. If it stops down your second, you still got your 3rd one going. But each one takes a different risk. So you come in here, and so what we're going to do, we'll turn on the, we got to turn on the add indicator window. Come on. Add indicator window. Oh, no, wait, not a window. Overlay. Bulls and bears. So now we got to see this other dot system out here. And then we're going to turn on, that one is already ATR. We're going to turn on another one, parabolic SAR. So we got 3 dot systems. Parabolic SAR. We're going to put it on defaults. And it's still, we're going to make it a little bit more aggressive. Come on. Where is it? Where's my dots? Oh, they're so tiny I can't see them. Usually I let the blue one is the last one. So we'll let's make the dots bigger. There they are. Okay, so see, we got a 3 dot system. So now what you do is this is just a simple process. We got 2s on the downside, upside. When they get all 3 on one side, kind of a little bit late to the party, but this would be a short position here. Wait for it to cross. But here's how you do it. So you just come in here, you go 1, and you say buy, and then you hit buy again. So you're in with 2, and then we can take a stop, and we put a stop, and we just have to drop it down here. It doesn't matter. Just drop it down here, right click on it, say edit. And we're going to tell this one to trail on the little green dot. The little green dot is trail on the ATR. So we sit like that. And then we set this next one. We're going to come in here, and we go stop. We drop it down here, and then we just edit. And we're going to tell it we want this one to trail on the red dot. And the red dot is the parabolic SAR. So we go like that. Now, these will 2 trail up. Now, if that market would go up, these 2 would trail up behind it, like in this situation here. And you can adjust those so that the stops are where you want them. See, this in here, this is in a downtrend, so we should have really taken it down, but our dots are already on the bottom side, so I just wanted to show you. Down, up, and then we look for another down like that. Okay, but this is the idea, right? This is the whole idea. We come in here. Oh, maybe it'll keep going up. I don't know. You never know. But you got 3 dots, 3 trailing dots, and you can put those wherever you want. You can make them as aggressive. So you can see the ATR is nice and green, is the green one. And we come in and click this little tile right here, and you can adjust the stop. See how you can make it tighter or looser, depending on what the market's doing. You have to dial it in. There's never the right answer. Never one answer is right for every market. We come to bulls and bears, and we can slide this little slider, and it makes those blue dots go even tighter or farther away. See that? We can adjust them. So they can be way out here if you want to go on a long trend, or you can scoot them in there and try and catch a little shorter trend or give yourself a little bit of a nicer break. And then you got the parabolic SAR, which is the red dots, and they're kind of like in the middle. And then we can adjust them to be closer, farther away using these dot systems here. All right. So like that. And we can adjust this one. And you can kind of put those dots where you want them. There you go. That's kind of a nice little spot like that. And then you have 3 different risk levels on one market. So you can get as fancy as you want. You don't need to do all 3. You can just do 2 if you want. This one's going. See, we got stopped out. Now we're still in because our dot was back here on the red dot. Now it hasn't even started to trail yet. It's still sitting there at our original drop location. And come in here. We can add another one in. We could say, okay, we're going to hit this one. Oh, that was not good. That moved our dollar cost average way up. Oh, we just took some profit. Let's show how much profit that was, because we're on the micro now. This is the micro. So that was $36. Can't complain about that, right, Mark? Mark says he's old. He can't take all that excitement of scalp and trail. He likes to do more day trading. This is still, I mean, you still have to ride the trends. You still have to ride the trends just a little bit. And when you go to the 3-minute chart, it's harder to find a trend that's not got a lot of hairy bottoms. And I hate hairy bottoms. Hairy bottoms. This market's been pretty quiet here in the NASDAQ on a 3-minute chart. That was beautiful back here. So we had some nice, this is the morning bell. So you can trade that. That's a lot easier to trade. That's why we trade the morning bell, because you get lots of flat tops and flat bottoms back there. And then it kind of goes quiet. And then usually in the afternoon, we get some good moves. And then towards the end of the day, of course, the market starts to die off a little bit. Oftentimes in the last hour of the day, sometimes we'll get a good move, but usually not so much. How long you been in your trade today, Mark? Since 2:15. So since back here, 11, 12, 1, 2:15. You're in from right. Well, where's 2:15? Oh, 2:15. That's central. So it's 1:15. to 1:15 for us because Mark's Central Time. 1:15. So what are you short? You got to be short the market. There are some trading patterns when using HA bars. I can't. So did you take a short position here, Mark? How are you up that much money? Got long at 239, at 139 for us. 139. Oh, right in here. Okay, so you went right here. 36, 37, 38, 39. So you got long right here. I see. Right here at this turnaround. I'm going to change this to green. Go on the ATR dots. Protect ourselves a little bit. They were going to lose money. We're down $30 on this trade right now. It's got to go up for you, Mark. It's got to go up. Oh, it's coming down. Let's turn off the bulls and bears. We don't need 3 sets of dots, and that's what's turning the price bars yellow right now. Yellow is the neutral going through the Fibonacci sweet spot. I kind of like. We'll let that one go right now. I kind of like we only got 4 minutes till the bell rings. Let's go see what the range 6 is doing on the Dow. Oh, that wouldn't have been so bad. You got to be careful though, because the spread on these sometimes, the market's not moving as much as you think it is. And the spread is kind of nasty. It's not even lined up. Let's go see what's going on over here. NASDAQ, we're back to the NASDAQ again. Let's go Russell 6. The spread on that is nasty too. I don't know what's going on here. Spread on that one's nasty. Let's go back to the. Okay, this is a range bar 6 on the NASDAQ again. Come on, baby. Oh, I didn't have my trailer on, just my scalp. So we scalped out $50 on that one. But come on, we just got a scalp on right now. I don't think we're going to get much of a trail. Nope, nothing. No waves today, man. No big waves over here in the NASDAQ with the last 5 minutes of the market. Oh, look at it flush. You're too slow. Too slow to click your button. I don't like the range 6 on here. Let's try range 8 again. Okay, come on. Hit it. Hit it. That's good. Let's give it another one. See if it give us another one. There, we got another one. Let's hit one more. Come on, 3 of them. Come on, you can do 3. There we go. Let's get another one. Come on. Come on, baby. One more. One more. There we go. One more. Let's do one more. Come on, give me one more. No, it says it's not going to do one more. Well, we got 137.90, and then we got 95 and 85. I got my stop way back there too far. When the market's moving and you're trading, that stop doesn't need to be back. I like to generally have it on 6. We're coming into the end of the bell's going to ring now. Then we don't give back so much on those last 2. We need the market to move better. Not so much snaky action. We need a little bit more wavy action. This is a range bar 8. It seems pretty good. Range bar 12. Range bar 12 seems a little slow for today's market. Range bar 8 seems a little dialed in a little better. Oh, there it goes. You missed it, Lan. You missed it. You'd have been making money hand over fist. Where's it at now? We've got 2 minutes left. Look at the market go on the last 2 minutes. Everybody's bailing out. Ooh, I don't want to trade that. It's going too fast. That's it. It's the end. Bell rang. Look at that thing. Nasty at the end. Well, that was fun. The mark got out too. That was fun. At least we had fun, right? At least you guys learned something. And the most important part of trading is playing your little computer game. So you don't overtrade like we did today. But we were playing. We were having fun. You're seeing how things are done, right? Now you've learned. So now you learn the biggest important thing to learn is don't overtrade. Just wait until the market's really making some nice moves. And, it doesn't have to be going crazy. Just making smooth action. Market's closed. Now, the market closed in New York. So this is after hours. And of course, in the futures market, we're in a 23-hour day. So we only close for 1 hour throughout the weekdays. And we do mark to the market. So we just do our accounting and then we open the market right back up again. So you can still trade here. It's after hours in the NASDAQ over in the stock market. And then they'll trade for a couple hours and then they'll close that market out altogether. Yeah, Mark says we need to pound on our voodoo doll just to make sure that we get the market going in the right direction. So you see it's just kind of dead here. There it goes. People are buying. Let's put one order in there just so you can see. Okay, let's make her go, baby. Let's make her go. Nope, ain't going to go. All right. If it doesn't want to go, it doesn't want to go. Can't make it go. Stand, pound your voodoo doll. Do you guys have voodoo dolls? You got to have voodoo dolls because that's the only power we've got to move the market, make it go in the direction we want. We have to sit and wait. All right, we had fun. Hopefully you learned something. You practice scalp and trail. You learn Mark's strategy going on the 3-minute chart and just playing it a little bit longer with a smaller market. We can go into the micros, right? Micros. That was a nice little trade we made with the micro back there. It was $50 or something, $37. But if you want a little calmer thing, we can go trade. We can't trade them right now because they're closed, but we could go trade some gold and silver. We could trade pigs and cattle, all kinds of fun things. The wheat, grain, all kinds of fun things over here in the futures market. And you don't need to have $25,000 to day trade. And you can trade these little tiny minis, micros, like Mark's saying. Get your feet wet. This is a big market. This NASDAQ mini. This is a big market. You can see it's a big market. All right. Hopefully you learned something. You learned how to set up your software so you can come and practice yourself. Make sure you do it in a demo account until you kind of master it. And then you can change these settings up all over the place. We got all kinds of different strategies. I just use these two right here just as beginner strategies. All right. And we can venture out and do some more advanced strategies. We can do some day trading too instead of just scalp and trail. But scalp and trail is fun when you've only got an hour on YouTube. So, all right, guys, that's it. Nothing else for you to see here other than if we can finally get the software thing to work. I don't know if StreamYard's working. Let's try it one more time.
Okay, this is the software I use. It's called Track and Trade. They've got 2 versions, one for stocks, one for futures. This is the website, trade.com. This is where you download a free 2-week trial. No credit card required.
No, that didn't work for me. All right, guys, we'll catch you tonight at the university. We got a class down at the university. We're going to be talking about investing, not scalping and trailing. So we're going to be talking about long-term investing. And then tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, we'll have a lab to cover what we learned in class tonight. So those of you who can't make it to the university, come and join us in the lab. Those of you who do make it to the university, come and join us in both the class and the lab. All right. So you get the extra education, and we'll see you down at the university tonight. All right. Take care, everybody. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun today. We'll see you.
All right. That wraps it up for today. If you got something out of this, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone else who's trading or learning.
Hey, don't forget to tell them to subscribe to Pitt News Magazine.
Oh yeah, definitely subscribe to Pitt News Magazine. You'll thank us later.